Hi everyone and welcome to Danka Praktik. Window awnings are very popular for keeping your house cool and protecting the interior from hot summer temperatures. In this video we'll show you how we made our own awning from the beginning to the end. As you'll see, it's pretty easy to do and doesn't take much know-how. Also, it's very cheap to make, especially in a DIY manner. So stay tuned.
Danka Praktik.
Summer seems to get hotter and hotter every year, and keeping the house cooled down is proving to be a serious task. Besides using an awning, watch our other video where we show you some other simple yet pretty effective ways to keep the house cooled down and at the same time save some money through less usage of the air conditioning and through lower electric bills. What we used to make the awning. The awning we made is very simple. The reason we did all this is, of course, the harsh sunlight during summer that gets into the rooms through the balcony doors. The awning successfully keeps the sunlight out, keeps the rooms cooler, and makes a nice shade. The basic parts of the awning are the metal frame and the fabric. The metal frame is made out of metal pipes. The fabric is the same as used in garden parasols, for instance. Additionally, we used some paint to protect the pipes from rust, some 5mm nuts, washers and screws to connect the frame, plastic end caps for the ends of the pipes, some pipe insulation, and some string to hold the fabric in place. All of this is widely available and, at least in our country, it is pretty cheap to buy. Regarding tools, you'll need a couple of spanners and some basic power tools. All of this in most households is regular equipment. How we made the awning frame. The first thing we did was to make the measurements on the balcony and make a drawing of the whole awning. We recommend doing this as it will give you a good estimate of how much material you'll need and possibly prevent mistakes and problems. The frame of our awning is essentially 5 supports connected together with longer pipes. Note that the majority of the work involved in making an awning like this is in fact making the frame. Once we bought what we needed, we started making the frame. First, we cut the pipes to the measures we needed and according to the drawing we made. If possible, it's best to finish all the cutting at once. It's much easier for later work. After this, we measured and drilled the holes for the screws that connect the frame. Also, we drilled the holes for the strings that support the fabric. Once this was finished, the plastic end caps were put in place. Then we painted all of the pipes. Be sure when doing this to use the paint for metal surfaces which contains protection against rust, since the whole frame is exposed to the weather all the time. When the paint was dry, we started mounting the frame. We decided to use the existing frame of the balcony railing as extra support for one side of the frame. For that, we had to also make holes in the plastic caps of the balcony railing. The other side of the frame is self-standing. We first made the supports and then connected them together with the longer pipes. The whole frame is longitudinally connected by these longer pipes, and this gives the whole frame the needed sturdiness and stiffness. For connecting, we used screws, washers, and nuts instead of welding, since we wanted to make a foldable frame and one that is easy to disassemble and remove. Once every screw was tightened and the frame was standing properly, we put the string for holding the fabric. We just pulled the string through the holes in a crisscross pattern. For the end of the framework, we put the pipe insulation in place. This was to protect the wall from damage, since when there's strong wind, the metal pipes can start hitting the wall and chip it or even pierce it. Putting on the fabric. Next, the fabric was spread over the frame. Nothing much to say here except that it's much easier to put on the fabric if you have some help. Make sure to tighten the fabric properly. This, combined with the strings holding it, will make the rain just slide off, and at the same time it will give the whole awning a nice look. At the same time, you get some additional protection for your balcony. This is the main reason why we decided to use parasol type fabric. It's water resistant and UV resistant to some extent. Regular cloth would get destroyed easily in these conditions. The biggest problem here is to hold the fabric in place during strong winds and storms. But in this situation, we strongly recommend folding the cloth back. If you like, you can additionally tie the ends of the fabric to hold it down better in windy conditions. The cost of all of this in our country was about 100 euros, which is about 120 US dollars. For comparison, a nice retractable awning of the same dimensions costs about 3 times more. A used awning is at least double the price we mentioned. Besides this, these types of awnings are meant to be bolted to the house, which we didn't want. We wanted to be able to remove the whole awning till next summer. So if you have some time and above all some goodwill, you can make yourself a pretty nice awning and save some money at the same time. Not to mention that this investment will pretty much pay itself off through less usage of the air conditioning. This is what happened in our case anyway. So that's it for this time. We hope the video helps. Please like and subscribe. It's a huge help for what we're doing. Thanks for watching and thanks for your time.